Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to watchyouwant.com. Thanks for logging on. What you're looking at is completely unique in Panerai history. This was the Panerai for Ferrari 2005 to 2010 co-branding agreement, and it's one of the few honest-to-God, undiscovered collector gems in the modern Panerai canon. Now, let me explain. For the most part, everything that's worthwhile in vintage and modern Panerai has already been spoken for by collectors. Bid to high heaven, out of reach, there are a few bargains to be found, watches that haven't been, quote, discovered. I believe that the Panerai for Ferrari line represents exactly this kind of undiscovered gold in the Panerai collectible market. Let me explain. Now, this Panerai Scuderia Rattrapante FER026 is exquisite and rare, one of 50 produced. Back in 2003 to 2004, only 50 of these were made. There are more 8-day Angelus-powered PAM 203s kicking around, several times more than there are FER26s. Not only is this watch rare, but the Panerai for Ferrari, the entire line, the entire run, featured distinct cases that were produced specifically for the Panerai for Ferrari partnership. It's neither the Luminor nor the Radiomir. The bottom line is that these watches are unique in a way most Panerai watches are not. And distinction, being different, that's something that is worth a lot, a great deal, to collectors. If there's one knock on Panerai, it's the old saying that if you like one, you like them all, or if you've seen one, you've seen them all. With the Panerai for Ferrari line, you break that mold. That's definitely not the case. From 10 paces, this watch will not be mistaken for a Radiomir, and it will not be mistaken for a Luminor. And yet it has that chunky cushion case Panerai profile, the wide-spaced lugs, the in-your-face oversized buckle and strap that makes it unmistakably one of the Florence Swiss watchmaker's signature aesthetic looks. There's nothing about this watch that doesn't read as a Panerai, even from a distance. But, critically, it doesn't read as every Panerai, and that's the distinction. A rare watch, a different watch, a special watch on many counts, undervalued and overlooked by collectors right now. These are a phenomenal value. I don't know how long that's going to last, because even this year, I've already begun to see the numbers on the collector market rise, and we've been getting a lot of calls about these at watchyouwant.com. So it could be that the market's waking up. Every boat eventually leaves. Don't miss this one, because these are special watches, and you can see the profile of this. This is not a Luminor, it's not a Radiomir. It has its own special look. Even the lugs are distinct. Now, let's go a little bit deeper into what makes the Rattrapante special. It is a split-second chronograph. This is the king of complications, a chronograph, albeit with a twist. It has a split-second function. You can see that first seconds hand, so you can time simultaneous events, like, for instance, F1 cars in competition. So, let's say you see the Ferrari cross the finish line first. Seb Vettel's with Ferrari now. That should be pretty cool next year, so let's say it's his. And then you see that second car, let's say, I don't know, Lewis Hamilton in his Mercedes. He crosses the finish line second. Now you can time both of those events using the split-second chronograph and find the gap between them. It also works for foot races, swimming. If you're timing simultaneous events, at the kids' sports, it works broadly, and it's a lot of fun. Now the bottom line is that this watch features an exquisite complication, exquisitely rendered. There aren't too many applications for split-second chronographs that are more fitting than motorsports, so to have a Rattrapante in a Ferrari-themed watch is the perfect combination. And it's a great crowd pleaser, of course. When that first yellow seconds hand flies back, I don't know, but as a watch geek, I get a huge jolt out of that. And I think you will too. In person, it's very compelling, just as it is on the case back. Now, while this is based on the Valjoux 7750, the bottom line is this one uses a column wheel. The higher quality actuation mechanism is unique to the Rattrapante version, so this has that upscale, high horology, like rifle bolt pusher feel that you expect from something like a Jaeger-LeCoultre, from a Rolex, from a Zenith El Primero. So it has that feel. So even at the tactile level, this Panerai for Ferrari reads as an upscale watch, as a premium product. And let's face it, while purists might grouse about Panerai being a watch with a combat dive history, the bottom line is that none of the guys who busted bin Laden were wearing Panerai luxury watches. I'm willing to bet any luxury watches, for that matter, Heck, they were probably wearing G-Shocks. So let's enjoy this watch for what it is instead of what it isn't. This is a fantastic, contemporary, upscale sports watch. It's rare, it's desirable. It's a complete set available from watchyouwant.com. It has a fun complication that's broadly applicable for anything from watching motorsports to pleasing your watch friends at your next Red Bar meeting. This is a cool watch. This leather strap with contrasting stitch and a contrasting top and bottom, calfskin leather, it's just fantastic. In person, it absolutely pops. The bottom line is that this is a unique Panerai, one that you will never see on the wrist of another man at the office, at the club, at the restaurant. This is a special watch for a certain kind of collector who sees hidden value and seeks to unlock it. Chronometer certified, as no current in-house movement Panerais are. Remember when all of the production Panerai movements were chronometer certified back in the day? Well, they aren't anymore. So that's part of the value and the unique sort of documentation of Panerai history and heritage that you get with this watch. Also comes with the original boxes, papers, manuals, the accessory rubber strap for if you do want to get it wet or you want to take it outdoors for some jogging, some beach volleyball, anything you're brave enough to do with a sports watch on. The bottom line is it comes with that plus the jeweler's tool. So if you want to swap the straps, do it yourself, this watch allows you to do that. So check out this Panerai for Ferrari Scuderia Rattrapante FER026, a watch with so much content, so much going for it, such a unique look. It's been said that, if you like one Panerai, you like them all. If you've seen one, you've seen them all. That is not the case here. This reads as a Panerai. It has that profile, but it doesn't have a generic look to it. No one will mistake this for a Radiomir or a Luminor. And if you wear this watch to work, if you wear this watch to your next watch meet, even a Paneristi fan club meeting, locally, if you've got Paneristi club members who meet with you to show off watches, show them this. No one else is going to have one. WatchYouWant.com has one right now, but it won't last long. Available with full box and papers on our website. Check out this Panerai for Ferrari Scuderia Rattrapante FER026. I'm confident that if you check it out, if you give it a fair shake, you look at the full accessories, the condition, and the value proposition, Paneristi, are you listening? You will be convinced. This is the watch you want.